So I've been growing hydroponic chives in the back of my hydroponic rail system behind my lettuce and strawberries. And I've kind of noticed that the water's been backing up in the rails. So today I went to pull out the basil plant I had back there and the chives. And I realized the chives have a giant root system. So those roots are so big they were blocking up the whole channel and slowing down the flow, and that caused backing up all throughout the system. So I think from now on I'm not going to do chives in a rail system. They'd probably do better in like a deep water culture where they can just sit there and they're not blocking anything, because the roots are just insane and they're thick. But the plant grew really well. I grew this one from seed, and it started with just one small stem, and it just keeps multiplying in there. So they grow well. That's not the problem. It's just inside of a rail system, they blocked it up for me. So that's what I would advise if you're going to try chives. Don't do them in a rail system. Maybe do them in deep water culture or something where they can't block the flow, and also give them plenty of space for roots. Besides that, they were really easy. I didn't pay any attention to them. That's definitely something to keep in mind with a rail system. One disadvantage is if you keep things in there for a long time and they have big roots, they can block up the flow. I thought that the strawberries were causing it, but I looked at the strawberries and the roots just didn't seem big enough to block it, and so I think we're fine on the strawberries. But the herbs, some of the herbs like basil and definitely chives, seem to get really big roots. So something to keep in mind when you have a rail system. The nice thing about herbs is they're so easy to start back up from a cutting. So it's not a big deal to just cut off a little branch, start growing it, and then replace the herb every couple months so that you don't have a blockage. So I took the basil out. I've already got some here ready to go back in. And today I took my oregano out, and I already had 2 of them ready to go into the same spot. So it's not hard, but something to keep in mind.